Hello and welcome to a new episode from yours dearly, COI Fish for Clash of Interests. Today I bring to you a playthrough of Night of the Full Moon, a card game that I like quite a lot. And I've played it, basically I've beaten every hard 7 mode except one on the phone version. But I thought, you know what, I can do this online, I can record it and so put it on the channel. You guys would probably have fun with it. I don't know if I will play it 100%, get every achievement. There are quite a lot, as you can see 85, and since there are a bit too many playthroughs to go through for every character, I might skip some, I might not, we'll see as we go. But now we will start with the normal mode for the night. Shall I read this? Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother relied on each other for a living, and was often bullied by boys. As a result, she did not have many happy memories of her childhood. However, she had learned to use her brain and fists to survive. Quite an interesting story. The game revolves around the many interests of fighting style that Red Riding Hood has, and goes through this imaginary go through. But hey, just be fun. So let's start with upgrading our thing. Okay, I don't have that much money, but Swift Track. Whoa, I didn't know there are suggestions. I'm pretty sure in the phone version there isn't like a like button on this to tell you that it's a good card. I know that myself. It draws the card and does something. That's obviously good. Yeah. The first levels, the first opponents are pretty easy. You can just spam all your cards outright, and most things happen automatically.
Not a dream?
Well, maybe it is a dream. I don't know. Oh yeah, because I haven't played on this version yet. I don't know what gives courage and what does, and what subtracts. And oof. I guess he tells us like Morpheus. Do you want to take the red pill or do you want to take the blue pill? Well, let's ask him out to wake up.
My pocket watch. You can wake up.
Makes me sleepy, right? Yeah. Wow. First time I go and he steals two gold from me. Truly fair. Vigilance was a free negate, I believe. Indeed. The heap of money usually is not that good because you get enough money. I think I will follow the likes and take the first negate every game. That should put us in a good spot. What is this? Sure.
There are many dangers.
Oh man. This sleepy bat does have weird sounds. But hey, yeah, I mean, again, most things in these early stages, or actually maybe even at normal altogether, are pretty insubstantial, easy to play through, and yeah, we get a new action. I think our deck has only that one action card, this Execution, which can do 20 damage. It isn't bad, surely.
There are many dangers, but it's late.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
One and only point of action, it isn't the best card to have right now. Especially since the knight has Bolster, and Bolster gives you like a bunch of shield. Like, I think for every damage you do in a turn, it gives you one shield.
Come home with me.
That's just
I'll
way
help you
too
search
strong.
for Grandma in the morning.
Yeah,
He
let's
goes
ask about.
missing every time there's a full moon. I'm searching for him too.
Ooh, sounds like foreshadowing, eh? How weird.
Finished.
Is there
Let's go on. The
crows?
Scarecrow.
No, a lot of
Yes.
people sent me to guard this field.
I could have actually kept the small like 1 damage basic attack so that I don't have to redraw it, and since it doesn't really kill the opponent at this point, I might as well just keep it.
The wind blew
Beat
away
drum.
my hat again.
Equipment slot, yes. I will follow again what the game tells me. I have to see, I want to turn it off. Yes.
Who am I?
The 9
Why,
piercing
I
damage
don't wanna
isn't the
fight.
best actually at this point, but you know, again, usually in later stages you don't want to have a card that just does 9 damage, but really it's not that strong later on, especially since you can have, with the knight you can have really fun combos to stack these
I
basic
don't know
attacks
why they
and to
wanna
duplicate
catch
them in
me.
a turn such that you
Could
can
you
just
help me
spam
find
it
the
full.
way back home?
Ah yes, fugitive, I surely want. Should I help? Should we help him? Yeah, let's not be a snitch. Let's help him. Oh, how cute. But actually, what I'm more interested, because there's always a second. Ah, yes, I can click on it. 3 reputation.
Watch out for the
next.
monsters in the night.
Let's upgrade another one of these. And now that I think about it, I got myself. Yes, I want the extra armor just so
It has. Watch out
our
for
life
the
is a bit
monsters in the night. It's
spared
late.
from all this
Where are you
damage we
going?
get. Ah, big damage, yeah. Yeah. Don't mind me. It's not that hard. Is my hand size 3? No. Okay, then we will do 2 damage. I think the controller had actually some defense cards. Maybe I'm wrong, but this should kill him.
Don't be
Yes.
fooled by a seemingly
The Dirk
peaceful
always
night.
helps out with this, just a little extra damage.
It has been peaceful.
What has the second shop?
Where's my cat?
We could buy armor cards, that wouldn't be that bad. Actually, you know what, since we don't have any other action card we can use 2 in a turn, we might as well get some armor. Mind you, if your opponent uses piercing damage, it goes right through the armor and doesn't care about it. But most opponents don't have these types of attacks, especially not in Chapter 1 in the normal modes. I don't have the Dirk, right. Sometimes you can do some little math and count if you should spare a card in your hand or not, just to reach exact damage and not have to endure. Let's upgrade some more cards. I think this goes up to 10, yes, and this one 12. Let's upgrade this one and the armor. Even though just 1 extra armor per turn isn't that much, but hey, surely. Oh yes, this is obviously broken. We do have 3 pages remaining, so we could heal. We could.
Check these out.
I think we can buy Swift Strike later
Where
on.
there is light, your
Actually, what I'm
shadow
interested
will
in this
betray
run,
you.
there's a card called, I think, Support, which is actually a pretty cool card, since it does, it's added automatically to your hand from your deck whenever you use a basic attack card. Well, since we basically only use basic attack cards with the knights. Oh no, actually it doesn't add itself to the hand if you use a basic attack card, but just a simple attack card at all. So yeah, let's keep these 2 in hand. Just so the idea to keep like these garbagey cards in your hand is such that you don't have to redraw it. I should have used execution. Since the idea is, if you use 1 damage now, the possibility of redrawing this 1 damage cards instead of these better cards is higher than not using it, than using it. So we'd rather keep it, but yeah. Again, we have 23 shields. The shade is not gonna kill us. Here, take some damage and let's execute him to the end.
Never beat your shadow.
Oh, we get 30 money. That's good. Shall we go and complete basic attack mode or clear the bad ones? You know what? No, I want to keep those. If we are lucky, there's a certain there is a special equipment card with which you can wait. Okay, so let's buy Swift Strike. That's a good card. We have full life, so we can continue on. But there is a special equipment card, some sort of an crazy axe, I think it's its name, with which every time you use a basic attack, just an original attack, Shall we upgrade 2 cards? Or delete 2 cards? No, prepared is always good. But I would like actually to use the poison dagger instead of the dirk. Since, yeah, both do +1 damage after 2 attack cards, so this
Do you
should
like the
be
smell of this
quite good.
flower? Look at my eyes.
As I was saying, whenever you use the original basic attack card, it gets duplicated such that you can use it again on a turn, and the duplicate just goes out of existence. It isn't kept in the deck, fortunately. Which creates the idea that you can simply just spam out all these basic attacks, especially if you upgrading to level 5. This one. You can. Yes.
It's not just us. This forest
You
has
can
been cursed
spam them
too.
out and upgrade them to have considerable amount of damage. And since the Crazy Axe stacks, you have 3 of them. Wow! There you go! that's a nice. So I will remove this one to add the Crazy Axe to get maximum damage.
Keep your eyes open
Now,
and have a
the
look.
thing is, as I said before, I've played most of this game. Really close. Crazy Axe does the game. We just FDK'd the Mech
I'm the
Magician.
greatest magician.
Yes, you are. But you died anyways. Yeah, come on.
Thank you. My audience grows smaller by the day. It's because of the witch.
Well, I hope my audience grows bigger every day with every video, but yeah, you never know. I don't want to end up like this guy. Thing is, I said I played through this game already many times, many playthroughs.
Wouldn't you like red wine and
But the
rose
caveat that I have not yet
flowers
tried
and
out
wine for
the
little
new
girl?
DLC, the
Why are you here?
mech or whatever. Now I think we can give him execution just to chill out, since he won't like bring us to under what's 30%. What would it be, like 11 or so life? We have enough. We won't die by that. So I was just saying, the new DLC came out and I have not looked at any of it. I've seen a trailer some time ago. We'll keep this one, since in next turn he will steal 1 more card, so we can give him just this 1 damage and chill out a bit. Unfortunately, he is damaging us quite a lot. So you can see chapter 2 always gets a little bit harder, well, and some opponents are just straight up more difficult than others. Depression is a bit problematic. Yeah, I think it's automatically discarded. Hopefully at least. Yeah, I've not seen at the new DLC. I don't know how she plays. I don't know. I had really nothing. I've seen maybe a trailer of like the one where she hangs out with the grandmother in the. I wanted to say basement, but yeah, in the little hut in the cottage, up in the. I wonder if it's actually this one. I've never really looked at the backgrounds that much. They were, yeah, I'd say a bit bland
It's
sometimes,
not nice
but
to be rude,
still,
beautiful
it's
girl.
fun. Yeah.
Stop! 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 I have no interest in children.
Yeah, I know that. I think story-wise, the Triss man and Triss woman do have something in common at least. Resource 6, right? Yeah, we can exactly heal with that one. Let's look at the shop. Oh, the whirling axe. That's not the bad. You know what? We should probably spare some change for that. And I think we are pretty close.
Your lust.
And yes, like this. Actually, it wasn't a bad idea, because now I keep the temporary cards. I could have still kept just the 2-1 damage. As you can probably see, I might just redraw it. Or can we beat him? No, this would 1 and add 1 of both. This one doesn't kill. But next turn, with the Crazy Axe should be enough. As you saw, he used a piercing damage, but yeah.
Will grow deeper and
Get a level up. Tenacious Defense. I never really liked this card, but we could use it. Or just, let's get some maximum health up, which is
let the
admittedly a bit more boring, but now with the Whirling Axe, that is more than enough damage.
Use the best
With the
material with
Smithy,
the
we
key point.
can. So, the Whirling Axe should do like use everyone 4 attack cards. So we would actually like to only have 4 attack cards, or maybe 5 since this one banishes itself. So we could keep these 4, and every time you use the Whirlwind Axe, this draws you 2 cards, this draws you 1 card, and you can cycle through the deck pretty easily. So we'd actually like to banish these simple basic attacks, or maybe I could. So yeah, I will upgrade the Angel's Blessing and just delete the other 2 basic attacks.
You.
let storm free.
Oh, Snowbrook is perfect.
Stop.
Just to show you how the Whirling Axe works, and also goes down pretty easily to Crazy Axe builds, since every time you attack him, this avalanche, every time you attack him, he gains frailty +1, which means that every consecutive attack you do does another extra damage, then 2 extra damage, 3 extra damage. And so you can stack all this damage on him. Unfortunately, we didn't draw the Whirlwind Axe because that would just obliterate him instantly. Since it uses 4 cards from the deck, and each one would
The Lord
activates 4 times, and
courage,
he should have
and
4 frailty
voyagers
chance.
must die.
No one can.
Oh, we
you.
got
What are you here?
cool. We got an achievement.
What's
Attentive
for
viewers
today?
could have seen that it's written in German. But yeah, do we have enough money? We have 15 coins.
No one. You.
So
no
we
one
will
can interfere
spare,
with- I can be
or
late,
we'll
but
keep
you can't.
some more of damage, of the money, such that we can use it later to give us better odds for our strategy. And this should make quick work of it. Does this give another poison? Yes, it does give another poison. Also, Crazy Axe goes well and good hand in hand with Dirk and the Poison Dagger, since every time you use the basic attack, it triggers once, and you get a second card, so you can trigger twice, and triggering Dirk and the Poison Dagger adds that little bit more damage to get on the maps.
I have no time to talk nonsense with you. I have an appointment.
Maybe the tryst woman goes to the tryst man. Who knows? Yeah, that's correct.
It's with a lovely blonde man. But now don't you go gossiping about me.
Yeah, no worries. I don't talk about you. Hey, why do I lose reputation?
You.
Man.
What?
26, we
drink
can
some wine
banish
and
1 basic
forget
attack,
your
and if we can get 30, we could banish this last one, but I'm actually thinking about just keeping and maybe even upgrading it. We used our free upgrade in this this chapter, but there should be a forge in the 3rd chapter. No, I don't want the random extra card.
It is toxic.
Usually in these
Human
card
beings
games,
again.
people
Fuck,
start just
great
hoarding cards
fun.
because more option equals more, more anything. More options is more options. There's, for example, a hammer which does extra damage for as much action as the opponent has, and then adds, or more than adds, it does extra damage for it, but subtracts his action. And sometimes in like opponents that use mostly action cards that can steamroll or like give you basically a free turn. But this should be over.
I hate pharmacists. They always take away my companions.
I do like the quick banter they have sometimes. Yeah, you know what? Let's upgrade the last basic attack. 1 more upgrade should make. Ah, yeah, that's the fast opponent. And that's the end. There you go. Actually, it's pretty fun. Some builds you can do with the knights. Usually turn 2 you can complete the obliterate them. But I find more interesting that you can simply, with the archer, I believe it is, you can stack a lot of effects that draw you cards, net you more cards, and discard others, and have enough cards in them that tell you that once they are discarded you get some extra benefit. For example, it does another 12 damage, something like that. I took the help there because I don't think we have that much money problems. We should. Wow.
Where is
We can use another exile, action +1. This one is not a bad idea since it draws you 1 card, so your card economy in hand stays the same. But I'd rather have the double strike. Actually, I don't know how double strike interacts with the whirling axe, because whirling axe utilizes its effect, and I don't know what happens if it's used as the first one. But
I only carry
yeah, I think I will keep the money. Shall we banish? No. Okay, we can get rid of the ninja tower.
If it's not a friend, it must be an enemy.
Draw some more cards. Yeah, we don't have enough for the execution. He poisoned for 6. Fortunately, our shield should get the poison damage off. Perfect. Draw more cards, and this is over.
The most frightening thing is not the virus.
I'm more like drift.
We're already at the boss. Yes, we have only 3 points remaining, so we could heal.
Crocodiles don't
But
cry
yeah,
only
it
because
goes empty.
they're never sad.
This was. We have to. Yeah, start of turn. So against him, it doesn't matter if we keep the cards in hand, since he will discard them anyways, and they are shoved back into our deck. So I might as well just do the damage for it. We're taking quite a bit of damage, but I think that shouldn't be that much of a problem, especially since we draw this one. I should have used the Dirk first. Okay, you see, I didn't really look at the cards, just spam them out all, since, yeah, it's really not important at the beginning. Depression, yeah, it draws us 1 fewer card, okay. But okay, if we can redraw more cards, that's perfectly fine. 20 here. And next turn, this should end it. Again, we need to actually only do 12 damage. The poison would do the rest. Oh, so, okay, this trigger of attack cards and damaging cards. Yeah, nice. And let's overkill it. Yeah, execution.
Never lift an axe.
What does impact do? Deal 25 damage. Deal damage equals 25% of your current health. 25. Oh. Wow. And current health. So the later we are in the turn, the more we lose it. We could use double strike. Let's not. I want to keep the deck as low amount of cards as possible, just to be safe, and to trigger actually the whirling axe as much as possible. So I'd rather have another prepared. Oh yes, nice. So Dirk, no. I'd take the poison dagger anytime. Since you know that the poison stays at it. Or actually, if you give your opponent 8 poison, at the start of their turn they take 8 damage, and then it's rounded 1 down, so it stays at 7 poison then. And so if you end, it does another 7 damage, while the Dirk is just the 1 extra damage. Poison is actually better in that regard. I think, if I remember correctly, yeah, there's some like immunity, or even just opponents that take less damage from things, and I think there is one that is half immune to poison damage, so in that case you would actually rather have the Dirk, but in most cases you take the other one. No, this one. Whoa, we have so many draw cards. Yeah, okay, we can end it. We can end it. Poison does the job. Fortunately. We're already level 8. That's quite nice, actually.
When a plague
Level.
we
I think
have
I've never.
different God favors people with faith.
So usually the
So do
levels,
demons.
you get experience at the same amount as your opponent has levels. So
Life
yeah,
fades
we
like a
obliterated
leaf.
Fallen Priest. You get the experience up to the level that your opponent has. Beast Trap, should I place deck cards? No. I already have one more equipment card and I have equipment slots, so I'd rather not worsen my deck with bad consistency. But you have certain level ups that give you more damage, more life and more mana. But I think at level 11 or 10, as soon as you reach that, the experience you need for the next level goes exponentially high, like you need then 1000 XP, which is impossible to reach in a normal gameplay. But I really asked myself what... Yeah, I didn't look at the negative of my opponent. This shouldn't matter that much, we have enough damage, and execution should do the trick.
Stop! Perhaps we can cooperate to catch the monster who kidnapped your grandma.
I find it always funny how sometimes the text boxes and what they say don't completely add
I can
up.
be sure it is a werewolf.
But actually, I find that what they say actually fits more to the situation than most text boxes do. But it's not really a major complaint, just for fun. We could do not double strike. Oh, support! We found the support. Nice, nice. But again, we actually draw a bit too many cards at this point, so maybe I should have kept the 2 basic attacks, just to simply... Ah yeah, the first damage is I can take myself, but... doesn't. First 2... Come on, let me read it. The first 2 damage dealing cards the enemy plays to target. It targets myself. So this does not count, okay. What does the least amount of damage? This does 1 damage and this does 2 damage. So I'll take that with my block. And if we are lucky enough, we should be able to end it, yes. Execution. Execution really becomes a better card the later in the game you are, since it does do 20 damage. But your opponent needs only 30% of health. It has to be below 30%.
A good
Yeah,
weapon.
nothing too small.
I only carry the highest
Do I want another double
quality
strike?
goods.
No. Let's not. I will...
Don't miss it.
That's a tough decision, but I think I will pass on it. More draw cards are always good, and since it does an extra 2 damage, truly... What was this ability? Oh, okay, so... I guess at her turn, then I will see the -1 damage. But yeah, we'll do it. So the execution that does 20 damage is pretty bad in the beginning, in chapter 1 and sometimes even chapter 2, because they don't have enough life to even get them below 30% reliably, and even if they keep them like maybe 10 damage, and it's easier to do it with something else without having to use an action point for her. What did you say? We'll
The
consult her.
witch often shows up in this forest. She must have some connection with your grandma.
Okay. So maybe this brings us to the next threshold. It doesn't. What do we have? 3 more reputation should do the trick. Oh, and as I was saying, we get in some... And now we can see at level 9 we only need like 35 EXP anymore. But that might actually not even be necessary. Choice isn't a bad card, costs 0. Keeps us the same card economy. Should we keep this? No. let's not. But maybe at this point, nah, I don't have enough action points to use them.
Me in the soup.
But the impact isn't a bad card either.
Your hair is burning.
So as I was saying, because I kind of can't finalize my thoughts at this point, let's still execute.
Neither coal cinder nor stove ash.
Because I can't really end what I'm saying. That execution does 20 damage, but at the point where they are below 30% and you haven't used other action cards because you start with only one action point, 20 damage is completely irrelevant. So if they had, let's say, 100 life, you bring them at 30 and you do the full 20 damage. It's a card that can do up to 20 damage. But if you use it so early in the game, you really don't reach anything with it.
Where there is water, they're in the world of water.
So sometimes you will see me just banish the card, because yeah, if it's not used at that point, why even use it at all? Since later in the game you can
brings life.
destroy them like this. And all the poison damage wasn't even used at this point.
You can
Banish
drink
another card.
what you can
You
imagine.
could banish the Angel's Blessing, such that it doesn't happen like before, that I use these two and forget execution, but yeah, now we don't need to banish anything at this point. Oh, we found Bolster! Wow. Okay, now we definitely won't lose if we draw a card. Especially Bolster. Justice Assade. Okay, this technically is the best opponent to try it on since we get +3 cards. But yeah, we can Bolster and Whirlwind Axe, and you see our defense, our armor goes way high up. And we can do a bunch more damage. Finish this one. I think we can even just draw the card, just do that little bit more damage. Nah, we'll keep it. Actually, there are these skills on the left side, which I haven't even used yet because I just didn't have need to them. Well, wow, my English sometimes. I didn't need to have them, or to use them. But yes, we can copy the next card used, so we can make this and use the X twice, I believe. Oh, okay, no, it goes back to our hand, so we can't use it, but... And gain armor equivalent to health you have lost. This is semi-healing in a sense, in which you can keep just a few things you do, but I'll use this for the extra 2 bolster armor. But yeah, as you can see, 140 armor. Your opponent barely has any damage that goes through armor, piercing damage, so it is impossible for you to lose once you have accumulated enough bolster armor. And especially if this one, where we draw that many cards, it just doesn't happen. We can even just continue on with the combo and just... yeah, this is enough. And we did 200 damage in, what, like 3 turns?
Dare to make a bet with me? If you win, you'll get my gold tooth.
Yeah, I'd rather not have that. But, yeah. Sure. Oh, we have lost our precious fight vote. What will we do with only 182 coins? Admittedly, when you go through the ranks of hard mode, you get less money every time. But simply said, it's still not enough. Unfortunately, we didn't draw bolster. Maybe like this. Yes, I will still activate bolster even if it's not at full damage doing. This should anyways be enough to kill him next turn. As I was saying, during the later hard modes, it becomes more difficult to accumulate much money, and even if you can accumulate much money, you can buy just less. Oh yeah, I forgot that. Okay, I think I want to get rid of this stuff. Use this one. I should have 3 cards max in my hand. Yes. Okay. Thing is, he got immunity and didn't take any damage for it. but this shouldn't. We should lose with 78 on. Okay, I really can't finish a thought right now. As you can see, I'm slightly distracted. I have to get some. I have to train this a little bit. Again, this is like my second video. The other was just for testing Nike. So I'll get used to it eventually. But on the later hard modes, you simply every card is just isn't as cheap as you buy it now. We've seen, I think, what did I buy for 40 coins? I was support for 40 coins. And while that was okay like that, 40 coins isn't much. We've seen we have like over 200 coins at this point.
Are you black?
Oh, exactly 200 coins, wow. It doesn't really change the thing that we can get boxing. Just why not? Let's get boxing. Let's heal a little bit. Pity's voice. What was this? Was this a normal mode just? We can copy a card. Okay, no, it's always copying a card. But I don't want the base action reduce, and I don't want the prank card. Well, at this point, I think the prank card is irrelevant with all these draw cards, especially if I add another crazy axe and like take away Dirk. I think we can just get rid of 18 health, just to copy the crazy axe again, which at this point might even not have been the best idea, because, well, again, these other cards just sometimes are stronger. But since Crazy Axe doubled our basic attacks from 5 damage to 10 damage, the second Crazy Axe does it twice. So we use a basic attack, get 2 copies of it, use those 2, and the Poison Dagger activates 1 more time. So we can just simply really just stack as much as we can with that. Maybe we get a draw card? We don't. Still no bolster. But we should be able to end this. This one also got FTK'd. Because I was wrong. Level 10 still brings us up to 45 EXP. I'll take the money because, again, I don't want an extra card. Since and you can already dump all your money into this one. Will I need the smithy at this stage? We have 5 cards, these 3, 1 boss, so there is 1 more card, 1 more page in which I could use get one. No, it's another spring. Okay, so
All my potions have
we will just dump all our money into this one. Oh, and as you can see, yeah, this is the fun thing. Maybe it was only on hard mode.
Why do you want to enter this forest?
I should have just dumped the money into the level ups to see if I can even reach over 11. Yeah, this is way too slow for her. Let's draw some more cards, and we have bolts. Use all our cards, banish the other one. I wish there was a play all button, or like a play all attack cards for the night, because sometimes it gets a bit boring, or a bit obnoxious to just drag every card to the front. I should have seen if we can get bolster. And we can. So we lost out on some armor power. But again, as you can see, she takes 17 poison damage. That should be enough.
You are the one to save all
And we get another achievement. Exactly, here you can see it. It goes up to 1000 EXP, which makes it, I think, a bit too difficult to even
These potions will change your
spam the XP. I guess we get 3 XP for like 990 or 989 extra EXP. That's like 300, over 300 times to upgrade this, and
By
the
the
money
way,
grows
people who are allergic to
exponentially.
pumpkins and mushrooms
I'm
shouldn't eat it.
pretty sure this is not possible to do it. But since we are the final truth, we have the final boss. And yes, now you can see how the reputation and courage was important for this thing. Since you can see courage and reputation, and on the witch usually it's written that courage has to be lower than reputation. The other two, yeah, okay, we have to investigate first these two. So in the next let's play, or the next playthrough, I will use that. But yeah, she revives too. Should be possible to. I mean, again, Bolster breaks this game so much. Yeah, exactly. You see how many cards there are in the hand? At least on the phone you can just simply easily swipe, but with the mouse I think I'm just not that used to it, to swipe the mouse forward. Can we draw into it? Maybe? Maybe? No, the last card is the Whirlwind Axe, okay. So can we execute on the last view? Oh, she continues to take damage. Okay, okay.
Show you the power of
That's
dark magic.
easy. Okay, we can do some more maths. What's this? Start of turn. Maybe. I mean, we don't really need the bolster, but we'll do it anyways.
You possibly understand what it's like to be constantly misunderstood.
Okay, so we are at the last stretch here. We should be able to finish this off, use all attack cards, and we can even kill her exactly on 0 life points.
Want to fight against
How fortunate.
you?
And actually a deck with 18 cards is pretty big. Oh, we get... Wow, I didn't even notice all these achievements. Yeah, well, thank you. But 18 cards is actually quite a lot. But you see, if you can do the maths, your deck does contain 18 cards. But we had, I think, 4 equipment slots. So these 4 extra cards aren't even in your deck, putting your total down to 14. And Swift Strike draws you a card, Double Strike draws you a card, same does Shapeshifter and Support. So these 4 cards don't even really count to the deck, bringing it down to only 10 cards. Since again, if you draw it, you continue to draw your deck, and if you don't draw it, it just stays there, not really doing anything. But since it was only a draw card with minimum amount of damage, it really doesn't count. And with this combo, the Whirlwind Axe should not necessarily always trigger, but when you take away the stab attack and the support draws your card. But once you've used the stab attack and the boxing, Whirlwind has to necessarily draw at least 1 card with Swift Strike or Support, since we only have 3 basic attack cards, drawing you the rest, which leads into the rest, so we can combo off pretty easily. And with our extra damage as Crazy Axe and Poison Dagger is absolutely broken as a combo, we won pretty easily. But again, as said, this was just on normal mode. This isn't the biggest strength. Yes, right. I have to, on the first playthrough of the game, I have to again play Ranger, at least these 4, if I can realize it at that point. We need to beat the Mystery Man, one of the 4 locked portraits that we saw at the end for the final truth. So join me next time as we will play with the Ranger and do another playthrough. This one, difficulty 2, is really not that more difficult, especially since you can loop all your hand cards. But you can have fun. For now, with this episode, and next time I hope you will gladly join me once again. Bye bye.